Hey everybody, it's Karen Weiss, and I bring to you another life lesson from my experience. So today in my Dream Big coaching email blast, I talked about how change is scary because we can feel inadequate and incompetent and like a failure. We wonder if we have what it takes to run a business. We feel as if our message and skills are irrelevant. We worry about when we're going to face plant in the dirt and be laughed at. That inner critic who keeps us small with these thoughts and questions can actually teach us through the very words used against us. But so often we ignore or disregard these feelings of inadequacy and worry because we don't know what to do with them. They seem unwieldy and rebellious and shameful. They are uncontainable and, kind of like herding cats. And our uncomfortable feelings can also seem wrong or embarrassing. So we pretend that we don't have them. We shove them into a part of us that we try to forget. And so when we compartmentalize our feelings and beliefs in such a way that locks them in storage instead of being able to air them out like laundry hanging on a line, we cause ourselves some pretty significant harm. Compartmentalization of our feelings causes harm because it tells a part of ourselves that we don't matter. And all of us matters. Our feelings, our thoughts, how our bodies physically feel. All of it matters. We can learn from all of it. And so we need to be really careful that we're not telling our feelings that they're embarrassing or shameful. That we're worried about if people found out about our feelings that we would be shunned or avoided, or like we'd be a pariah forever or something like that, where you're out, never to return again. I remember several years ago when I was first starting with my spiritual director, probably about a year into it, she asked me if I knew how to grieve. I'm pretty sure that I blinked at her like SpongeBob SquarePants, and the sound effects went with it too, right? Blink, blink, blink. At the time, I had no idea how to tend my feelings or treat them with dignity. Feelings were unhelpful, I said. I don't need feelings. I'm logical. Yeah, right. I don't know how she kept a straight face. But at that session, she warned me that at some point in the future, I could be overcome with my emotions and they would just pour out in some way. And literally tears would flow and I would have no idea why I was crying. I didn't know what to do with that statement because I'm not a crier. I'm still really not a crier, but I do let emotion come up when needed and when I have the space to tend things. But at that point, it was an awful kind of thing to think about. But at the same time, it stuck with me. And within a year, it happened. The dam broke. I couldn't stop it. My repressed and ignored feelings were like a flash flood racing through a ravine. They took out everything in their path. Destruction was left in their wake. And on that day, I learned the power of compartmentalized emotions and how they gain in power when I ignore them. And even today, I don't know what all was released in those tears. But the rest of the day, I felt like I had been run over by a dump truck and then put through one of those soft touch car washes that was outfitted, instead of the fuzzy felt cloth, it was outfitted with barbed wire or razor wire. I was ragged, I'm sure. But I needed to go through that release process to move forward and grow. And what I noticed within the next couple days was that I felt dramatically lighter. I felt physically and emotionally lighter. I thought that compartmentalizing my feelings was helping me, but it turned out that we only hurt ourselves when we ignore those parts of us that are in need of expression. What I've now learned to do is listen to those feelings, to acknowledge them, let them have their say, and then move on. They're a part of all of us, but they don't need to control us. We can feel happy and sad and be with those emotions without letting them steer the ship. So I leave you with this learning of noticing, acknowledging, and letting go of your feelings so that you don't have them break through like a dam. Have a great night, everybody.